Hey, welcome to part 2 of recording the demo track. While I was not recording, I came up with a name Space Inferno as the track, so that's what I'm going to call it. And so this is literally where I left off on the last video. Also, I've adjusted the fan in the room so not blown to the mic, so I apologise for the quality of the audio on the last one, but I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to delete that little bit of automation there because it's irritating me. In fact, no, I'm going to keep that in. So, this track isn't really going to do much. It's going to be pretty repetitive and pretty static, so I'm going to take... I'm going to have a little break here. So, let's listen to it first. I'm going to have a low pass filter come in. Right, what I'm going to do, this may seem cheesy. I'm going to paste the whole thing in. Then I'm going to take... What shall I take? I'll take the hat. I'll duplicate the hat layer. Delete those. And then I'm going to add a snare. And now this snare is just going to use one of these again, but maybe I could try something else. I always use that one. It's become sort of my sound. Become my brand, that snare. But let's try and look for a different one. Let's try typing in snare, searching all 8,000 zones, 328 different snare shots. Snare sounds, sorry. So surely I can find one out of that. No. I like that one. I'm going to heart that one. I'm going to favourite it. I like that. What I could also do is put this in and then add this on top of it, like that. Trim it down. Merge them together. Of course it won't play. Don't know what happened there. And then I could add it to this. Now, I could either do a snare that comes in every 2 beats, just a standard snare. So it would sound like this. Or, I've just noticed also I've got Gate Lab on. I could keep Gate Lab on actually for that. I could make it a marching sound, so for that I'm going to move this up to the drum layer to make it easier. Just play these 2 solo. So I could go here. No. There we go. It's starting to take form now. What I'll do, I'll just quickly record a bit of silence there. I will do this so it's a bit out of it. That sounds really weird. Where's my claps? There they are. I could go back into here and add some hats into it, I guess. I'm going to turn off Gate Lab because it's causing issues with me playing them manually. Or is it just not working today? This is the weirdest, but I've never had this bug happen before. Oh, there you go. Alright. I'm just going to paste that throughout the whole thing like this. There we go. Oh, no, it went over. There we go. Okay, I don't like that snare anymore, so what I'm going to do to save a lot of pain, I'm going to duplicate that real quick. Again, I could make my own snare. It's that sound, isn't it? I'm going to paste this in again. And find another one. This, actually, could be good. So I will merge these together. It's hard to see where the start of each snare is. Oops, wrong one. Change it up a little bit more, actually. Has it selected this bloody microphone again? It has. That's why I'm hearing my keyboard right at the start of that. So, yeah, I'm going to change that. That's daft. Getting some rhythm right is really can be quite a pain. So, oh, no. Oh, that's why, because that channel's armed. Again, it selected it. It's why is it selected? I keep having to select stereo mix. That's weird. All right. Barring any disasters, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. Do this. It's just going to be a bit out of. All right. So mute that for a sec. Alright, now I've done that, I can delete this channel where the old snare was. Okay, now, I got more percussion basically. But I want to sort of change things up a little bit more, and I don't know what kind of ideas to put into this next part. Maybe something else. What if I duplicate the bass, remove everything else here? Actually, no, change my mind. Let me add a whole new instrument track now. Let me try this. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to save it first, of course. Favorites, decent sampler. One of my favorites. I'm going to click on Omni 84, which is basically a digital omnichord, because I don't know if I can afford to get a real omnichord or find a good one. Well, we can get a probably decent one here. So it sounds like this. It sounds a bit, it sounds a bit cheap, but I've used this for a lot of stuff. Secrets in Motion 4, I used it on prominently. I'm going to go to Rome again, add some reverb. Not too much though. Now I'm going to take I don't know what's happened to that hi-hat. It was... something went wrong with the hi-hat, but actually it sounds pretty decent. Okay. What am I going to do with that? Should I keep it? Actually, I didn't do that. Weirdly, I did not do that the way it changes. I actually like that. I'm going to keep it. Quite a positive accident there. Well, I'll keep that in, that rhythm. So let's have a listen to it back here. Don't know why Gate Lab turned... Oh, that's right, I turned it off. Alright, let me listen to these a second. This must be the glitchy one. Okay. I'm going to put these up here as well. Oops, didn't know where that popped up. I think I hit the R key. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to add Gate Lab to that as well. Randomise it half a dozen times. The rapid fire button. I've changed my mind about GateLab being on a decent sampler. I'm going to have it go ear to ear instead. See what I mean? So you'll probably hear it go ear to ear. So we'll try that. I think I'm actually getting somewhere with this now. I'm comfortable with where I'm taking it. Space Inferno. I mean, the title could change from this recording this video, but I like the sound of it. It's very spacey, and it's all over the place. Usually is at this stage of recording where I don't know where it's going to go, or how it's going to go, and if it's ever going to survive and make it to Bandcamp or YouTube, but we'll see. But this, my accent changed. Recording a song takes a long time. It's a lot of, I keep saying this, trial and error. I keep scrapping things, I keep introducing new stuff, and the end result could be totally different. It could be slower, it could be faster, it could be a different key. You never know. But I've got it to this stage at the moment, so this could be almost the end of it. I mean, I've got the start to the finish. I mean, the song is now over 6 minutes long, so I could have it tail off into something else, maybe ambient stuff or just the beat on its own. In fact, what I'll do is I will take just the percussion on its own with nothing else, and I'll play it and see what that sounds like. Okay, that actually sounds pretty catchy. I'm just going to cut that for the rest of it. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Cut it from there, which means I can now select all this and move it without accidentally moving, the whole thing. So now, what I could do, maybe what does it sound like with the bass on it? Now you've noticed probably there that I've put a high pass filter on everything but the snare. What would it sound like with the snare? Maybe I'll have the snare fade into a high pass, maybe a lot slower than the others. Okay, I actually like the sound. What I'm going to do is export this for now into my general outtakes folder. Space Inferno. I'm going to copy that name so I can add it to the metadata easily in Audacity later. And I'm going to wait for it to export, and I will come back when it's done. Okay, so it's finished exporting, so I'm going to open Audacity now. Not interested, thank you. And I'm going to open up the folder, go to General Outtakes, and I'm going to click and drag the track Space Inferno into Audacity. And as you can see, it's way too loud. Sometimes I go back and re-export it as a quiet volume, or I go into here and turn it down, and it looks a lot better. I don't know what this is. I'm a bit worried about this. Sometimes it records way too loud. I'm going to turn it. I'm just going to mute the in OBS first. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, that is a bit chaotic, so I'm going to go right down here. And I'm going to re-export it and get back to you again. Okay, it's actually exported again. Let me just remove this. So again, paste it in, and that looks a lot better already. I'm still going to decrease it by 0.7. Okay, there you go. So let's listen to it again in Audacity, because I sometimes don't know how bad it is at exports unless I look at it on Audacity. Okay, I think I have the track. So I could upload it now and release it on Bandcamp and YouTube and all that, or I could add more to it later on. I can just leave it as it is, because it's in a really good state in my mind anyway, and I could leave it alone and come back later and add more. At the moment I can't think of anything to add, so I'm going to add the metadata just real quick. So Space Inferno, I'm going to add my name, then add the net title, press OK, export, replace. And now the metadata is in here. Space Inferno, Halogen star, and there you go. So that's basically it for now. The rest of it will be done off recording, but I've added a second half. Doesn't really change much, as I said before. The intro is the same as it was when I last made a video. That could change. You don't know. You never know. I'll save this, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. Keep your eyes and ears out for the track itself, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.